Welcome to the Arizona Report Weekend Review for the week ending August 24th, 2019. My name is David Meek, Arizona real estate broker and writer-editor at ArizonaReport.com. Well, this week it is a scorcher. I think we had back-to-back days this week where we broke daily temperature records here in the valley. Currently, I think it's about 111 degrees outside. Really, really hot. Stay inside, keep the AC on. So what does the market look like right now? Well, as we discussed in the episode last week for the weekend review, that $200,000 to $500,000 price point is very hot. There's very low inventory. $500,000 to $1 million, it's more moderate. Homes don't sell as fast there, but it is certainly healthier than last year. $1 million to $2 million, some bright spots, but the market gets slower. $2 million to $3 million right now. That price point, the day's inventory is 407. So at the current rate of consumption, it would take 407 days for the current rate of activity to absorb all the homes on the market between 2 and 3 million in the greater Phoenix area. Case-Shiller Index. There were 3 cities in the Case-Shiller Index this month that reported the highest year-over-year gains among the 20 cities in the index. Phoenix was one of them. Las Vegas was the other, and Tampa was the last. In May, Las Vegas saw a 6.4% annual price increase, followed by Phoenix, that's the one we care about, with a 5.7% annual price increase, and Tampa brought up the rear at 5.1% increase. So 7 of the 20 cities reported greater price increases in the year ended May 2019 versus the year ended in April 2019. 5.7% annual price increase according to the Case-Shiller Index. Now, the current climate for home buyers is, frankly, it's very challenging. Now, they're getting squeezed by rising rents. If you look at rents, a graph of rents here in Phoenix, since 2012, it's been an upward trajectory. So those monthly rents keep climbing, and buyers are struggling with low inventory. There's not a lot for sale. A lot of times buyers are getting pre-qualified. They're ready to go. They're sitting on the fence, but nothing really matches what they're looking for. Not a lot of homes for sale. Interest rates, 30-year fixed mortgage rates this week inched up just slightly, according to Bankrate.com. Last week, the benchmark 30-year fixed rate was 3.71%. This week, it is 3.75% for a 30-year fix. Now, this is assuming a $300,000 purchase price, 20% down, and a 740 credit score. Your situation may vary. According to Black Knight Financial Services, Arizona, and this is the good news, Arizona has a lower percentage of first lien home loan delinquencies than the national average. So 3.4% of the first mortgage loans here in Arizona are 30 days or more overdue. 3.4%. Now, nationally, that number is 5.1%. So Arizona is a bright spot there in delinquencies. That wasn't the case if you remember back to early 2010 at the zenith of the housing crisis, when there were 16.3% of all the first position mortgages in Arizona were at least a month overdue. 16.3%, 30 days overdue back then. Today, only 3.4%. Good job, Arizona. Freedom Debt Relief here in Tempe is the largest negotiator of consumer debt in the nation. Freedom Debt Relief. Now, they released a survey recently with 1,028 homeowners who had at least $10,000 in unsecured debt. 59% of those homeowners said that owning a home is part of the American dream. 68% said that they should have saved more money for the down payment. 41% said that they weren't aware of all the mortgage options. And there's a little nugget here that I wanted to pull out. A lot of first-time home buyers I talk to, they might ask mom and dad or a friend or an aunt or an uncle, who should I talk to get my mortgage? They go to one person, one company. You have the right to shop that. Talk to 2 or 3 mortgage brokers, get a couple loan estimates, and find out who's the best fit for you, who you trust the most, and who has the best loan type for you. Talk to a couple loan officers. Back to the Freedom Debt Relief Survey. 59% of the 1,028 surveyed home owners said that maintenance and repairs are more effort and cost than they expected. 59%. And 50% said that their property taxes are higher than they had planned. So that is Freedom Debt Relief. Freedom Debt Relief here in Tempe. The Cromford Report. There's an interesting graph in the Cromford Report. I mentioned the Cromford Report last week. They are an aggregator of Phoenix residential real estate data and a great resource here for me. Now, days inventory was this particular graph, and that is the measure of how long the current inventory of homes and condos for sale would last given the current rate of consumption based on annual sales. Now, over the last 10 years, the average days inventory has been around 80 days, 2.5 months approximately. That number today, 48.9. 48.9 days. In other words, if no new homes came on the market, no new homes would be left for sale in 48 days. The last time it was that low was 2012. And if you remember, that's when a lot of the private equity firms, we had a lot of Canadians coming down to Phoenix to buy homes then, and the mom and pop, the flip investors were just buying everything up. That was the trough of the real estate recession. When we had just turned a corner, things were looking up, 2012. So that's the last time that we have seen days inventory be this low. So in retrospect, we started out the year with interest rates moderating. November, December of 2018, interest rates had spiked, and we assumed that it would just be an average or moderate year here. We didn't see the lack of inventory coming around the corner, at least I didn't, and that's what's happening. So interest rates began the year, they moderated, and they've gone down, and they've gone down, and they've gone down, and they've gone down. 3.75% for a 30-year fix, as I mentioned earlier. And then the bottom absolutely fell out of the inventory picture between 200 and 500,000, and that's caused a lot of buyers to panic. We've got steeper, lower mortgage rates, the evaporating inventory. All those factors are putting pressure. They're squeezing the home buyers. So that's about it. Join me in an upcoming episode. I just taped an episode with Laura Boyage, and she is a very experienced realtor here, very knowledgeable realtor about the historic districts in Phoenix, and I interviewed her about the North Encanto Historic District where she lives. That's a great interview. I'll be releasing that within the week. Stay tuned for that on the Arizona Report. My name is David Meek, licensed Arizona real estate broker. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you for the next week's Week in Review. If you'd like to reach me online, my website, Arizona Report, REPORT.com. My telephone number here in the studio, 480-999-MOVE. That's 480-999-6683. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.